Hey, what's up everybody? I promised a monster box video when I hit rank 500, and the time has come, so here we are. A few things to note before I start. I'm not going to go through every single monster in the box because I feel like that would take forever, so I'm just going to highlight the favorites and stuff like that. But instead, earlier today, I made a pad herder, and what that is, it's a site that allows a player to enter their monster box data in, and it gives them like a better representation of what to do. It shows what kind of monsters they can evolve and what EVO materials they need and all that. It's just an overall great tool. And the cool thing about it is you can share your pad herder with other people. So in the description below, I'm going to put a link to my pad herder. And in case if I skip over a certain monster in here and you're unsure of the name or what it is, then just click that link and you can find it in my monster box through pad herder. And you can organize it any way you can, like the game. So you can organize it by type and all that, so it's easier to find the monster that you're looking for. Another thing is, after this monster box video, probably next week, I'm going to upload my team video, because at rank 500 you have 11 teams. It's pretty cool. And in the pad herder, I've already uploaded 4 teams. They're my primary teams. So I guess that's a little sneak peek of the next video. But I guess if you're watching this like after the date, then all my teams will be there, and probably more teams too, because you can put more than you can put any amount of teams in pad herder. So I'll probably have some incomplete teams or teams in progress, something like that in there. So that's that. We're going to start with the fire monsters since they're up front. The one leading the pack is Horus, and this is my main leader of choice. He's been my partner throughout my entire pad adventure. I think I rolled him during the 50k Facebook likes event. Now we have 100k Facebook likes. So the game is growing, and that's a good sign. But this guy is my favorite leader to use, and he's just super powerful. I really like how his leader skill allows him to reach into every single color's skill pool. So Horus himself has access to a wide variety of skills to use. So he's pretty cool, and I like him a lot. Next we have Awoken Hera at max skill. And we also have Goman at max skill. Plus 198. I'm not putting any eggs into recovery because I prefer no recovery Goman rather than recovery Goman. Because a big flaw with recovery Goman is that you can match orbs and then hearts will randomly drop from the sky and you'll gain life past your hit points threshold to activate his leader skill trigger. So it's really inconsistent to use recovery Goman because those hearts can drop and ruin your entire run. So I prefer no recovery Goman for the consistency, and pretty much needs to have max skill to work. So that's why I prefer no recovery Goman. I have 2 ultimate Echidnas. Both are max skill. One is plus 297 because she's really good to have in a lot of teams, and she's definitely worth making a plus 297 out of. The other is just base, but a lot of teams run 2 Echidnas because her delay is so good, and her recovery is outstanding as well. So that helps out a lot of teams. Hurricane Volcano Dragon is the ultimate evolution of the Little Red Dragon. And all of those little dragons are really good ultimate evolved because their skills recently got buffs where they change a certain color orb to their respective color. So those skills are really good to have. So I recommend ultimate evolving all of those little dragons up because they're pretty cool to have and they're pretty powerful. Next we have 2 Gigas the Great. Both are max skill. I don't use these guys as much as I thought I would because the recovery is negative 100. If you're running the no recovery Goman team, you want to run Red Giant Gigas, who has negative 500 recovery, but we'll get to him later. Burning Phoenix Knight Amaura is also, in my opinion, really good. I really like his skill, and I want to max it out, but we haven't had that event in quite some time. So that's going to be like a short-term goal or something. Samba Ruby Dragon, still holding on to this guy. It's kind of like a collector item to me. I don't really want to fuse it because one thing I've learned while playing Puzzle and Dragons is that experience is ultimately free. Like as long as your stamina's refilling itself, then experience is just going to come in. So kind of like a trophy, I guess. Strawberry Dragon. I really want to awaken this guy, but he costs 9 Tamadras, and Tamadras are pretty rare on the North American server if you're not farming for them. And I don't really farm for Tamadras, I just kind of play the game as it comes to me. So he's going to sit on the bench for a while. But I really want to make a mono fire team with him because his awakens are pretty nasty. He has 2 of the row enhances, then he has enhanced fire orbs, and he has 2 skill boosts as well. So that's pretty good. I have a Suzaku that's not evolved because 1 ponytail is better than 2. She's getting an ultimate evolution soon though with 1 ponytail, and I believe that's the better one because it's fire light, and I believe it's healer type. So that's pretty nice. Here we go. Red Giant Gigas. I run 2 of these in the Goman team because it's negative 1000 recovery total, and it effectively negates Goman's recovery, the Helper Goman's recovery, King Bubbly, Hera, whatever else you run on the team. But yeah, both are max skill. I have 2 Masterings. This is probably my favorite monster in the game, just because he's so cute. Both are max skill. I don't really use him a lot, but there is a team I tried with him, and it can get like up to 200,000 hit points. I'll probably make a video of that later, but he's really cool. I like him. I have an Ifrit. I'm not really sure which ultimate evolution to pick. I think I'm going to go Fire because he's pretty good in Mono Fire because he has 2 row enhances and a skill boost. And giving him Fire would make the best use of a Mono Fire team. So I think I'm doing that. What else do we have? Oh, these ogres are pretty good. Wood Samurai and Ice Samurai. They're really good in the technical dungeons. Like this one here, Tower of Blazing Fire. You can only use fire monsters, but the bosses end up being different colors. So their skills definitely help out in killing those bosses. So it's good to have 2 of each of them. I have 2 more Echidnas I'm working up. I'm probably going to keep 1 as this form because it's 8 cost and it can enter into the 10 cost dungeons, and it's really good to have delay in those kinds of dungeons. 3 Rowdy Red Samurai Goblin for same reason, 10 cost. We have King Flamey. That's pretty much all I want to talk about for the red monsters, so let's get into the blue monsters. I have an Orochi at plus 297. I really like this guy, and he's consistently voted a top monster in Japan, and he just recently got better because they gave him a skill boost as his 4th Awaken, and that's pretty nuts. I have 2 Siegfrieds, both are max skill. Haven't really been using this guy as much as I want to. I'm thinking of reversing the ultimate on this one and making it into the Buster Siegfried, which is the blue light one, so that's pretty nice. I have 3 Awoken Hera is. One is plus 297 and max skill, and the other is skill level 2, and the other is skill level 1. She's very good in the Mono Dark stall team with like Lucifer and all that because she is the gravity user with the highest recovery, and that's really important to use in that team. I have a Sea Deity Abyss Neptune. I want to max level this because I want to help out some people who want to get their first Heras, and if you're using a Dark Resist team, Neptune is pretty good to have because he has the poison, which allows you to beat the Neptune in the dungeon. So that's another goal of mine. Awoken Deity Odin, the blue Odin. This is one of my favorite monsters. I'm kind of skipping out on the last Awaken because Tamadras are so like rare in this game, as I've said. And 3 skill boost is definitely very important to have on a monster. And he's better than Tengu. He's a physical that has massive recovery, which is just insane. He's just a huge stat stick. And I kind of want a second one, maybe a third one, but I don't really roll the rare egg machine much, so that's going to be quite some time. Here's the ultimate evolution of the little blue dragon, changing light to water. That's a pretty powerful skill. Then we have Arcane Monarch Vampire Duke, max skill. He's pretty good, but I think he's outclassed by other leaders in the game. But I still keep him around because there may be a team for him, just not sure yet. Here's the Mystic Blue Knight evolved, Kamui. I want to max this skill out as well because I think that is a pretty nasty skill, changing wood to water. But again, we haven't had that event in quite some time. Then we have this guy. I don't know how to say his name, but he is the boss from the Ragnarok Ace Odyssey collab. And I managed to max level him because we had Super Sapphires like that week or something like that. And I'm kind of unimpressed with his final stats, but his skill is one of a kind. It enhances water and wood orbs, so that's something to watch out for. Drilling Shark Dragon Megalodon is another physical type with massive recovery. He gains the physical type when you ultimate evolve him, and his skill is pretty good too, so I maxed that out. What else do we have? There's not a lot of water monsters that are completely over the top. I think a lot of people agree that it's the weakest attribute in the game right now. Oh, these guys. Wood Ice Ogre. It's good to have 2 of these because, again, in the technical dungeons, the top floor, the final boss is Neptune, and you need 2 of this guy to cut through his defense and kill him. And then you need 1 of this guy for the round before that. So they're important to have. Oh, here we go, King Bubbly. This guy's the star player of the physical teams, and he just keeps getting better because a lot of people get the physical types, and he's just pretty nuts because he has 2 skill boosts, and that's really important to have in a lot of teams. I have a blue pirate at max level. I don't have an Umisashi Yamasashi, so I'm using him right now. But that skill's pretty nasty. It changes fire to water and heal to wood. It's a pretty good skill. Oh yeah, I'm keeping these guys, these little 1-star attackers, for the S rank dungeons because I can use Horus with these guys and I can get low rarity score and just S rank it easily. So if you see these guys in my favorites, that's why I have them. Heracles, I have at plus 99 recovery. I had an idea for a team with Horus, a god team with Orochi and Heracles, and the downfall to that team was that it didn't have good recovery, so I ended up plussing out this guy's recovery just to see how the team would work, but I still haven't even tried the team yet, so he's just kind of sitting on the bench right now. I have Sonya at max Awaken. I did this because I think the skill boosts are very important. In my opinion, that's the best skill in the game, or the best Awaken in the game. Besides row enhances, but that's a different story. I want to max skill this, but the thing is, I don't have any of the other Sonyas, and I don't really want to run Tri-Fruits over and over again and waste the blue Tri-Fruit and the red Tri-Fruit. So it's not really cost effective to max skill this Sonya yet until I roll another one. So she's just going to sit on the bench for a while. What else do we have? Kuchu at plus 297 and max skill. This was one of the first monsters I decided to plus 297, but we'll get into that later when I change the order to plus. We'll go over which order I decided to plus 297 them in. Awoken Zeus Dios with max skill. Very essential to my Ocean of Heaven team that I use to farm plus eggs. I made 2 videos of that in the past. I guess I can put the link below in the description if you're interested in watching them. Here's the little green dragon, Ultimate Evolved. He's pretty good, changing dark to wood. I have 2 of these droid dragons. I guess I've been around for 2 of those events. Here's Ancient Dragon Knight Zeal. Probably one of the better Mystic Knights, Ultimate Evolved. Max skill. He's pretty good. Kushinada. This is one of my favorite monsters, and I have this one max skill as well. She's really good to have. I really like her because her recovery is high, and her skill allows her... her skill is really good because it allows teams to get past certain dungeons where they shouldn't be able to get past. Like, for example, people are running Kushinada in Dark Metatron teams because there are a lot of dungeons where enemies can one-shot the Dark Metatron team. But running Kushinada, you can absorb that hit and you can keep continuing. So that's a pretty neat trick. So she's really valuable to have, and her leader skill is really fun as well. So she's nuts. I have 2 of these Tengus. Originally got them for the skill boosts, but I don't use them in many teams besides the Kuchu team. Wind Prodigy Sasuke. This is one of my first rare egg machine rolls. I think he's good. I think all of those ninja art skills are good, just they're only in certain teams, mostly rare egg machine teams. I'm working up another Kuchu. I'm not sure whether to feed my current one for the plus eggs or to make this one the wood fire Kuchu, the other ultimate evolution. Haven't decided yet. What else do we have? Melody from the Hello Kitty machine. She's pretty good. I have a Robin that I wish I wouldn't have evolved because he's one of the best 10 cost leaders. But then again, having him evolved is pretty good, especially at max level, because he is one of those leaders who can consistently beat the true endless corridors if your skill is good enough. So he's my inspirational leader at the moment. Here's Green Pirate. He has the same skill as Kushinada, and I'm thinking of max skilling him because there's a certain team you can make. It's 2 Kushinadas and 3 Echidnas, and all of them are max skill, and it's an invincible team pretty much, unless the dungeon has bind or something like that. Basically any raw damage dungeon it can get past, like it can't be killed. So Green Pirate, I need to max skill him so I can make that team. Probably do a video with that too. Okay, light monsters.